Here's my review of The Crying Game, 1992 romantic thriller drama film that I first watched in I mean, 19 2014 when it was on TCM because it was included in a list of movies you must see before you die. And I didn't get the hype of this movie. The direction, the acting, the cinematography is all good. There's a little bit of action scenes that are okay, but not awesome. And the suspense is not all that suspenseful. It's more focused on drama than thriller. Drama aspect than the thriller aspect. It's set during the Troubles, where the Irish Republican Army terrorists are rebelling against the British government in Northern Ireland, and Fergus is he's referred to as a volunteer, so I guess he's like a rookie in the IRA, and it's his first mission. So he helps this gang of IRA people, including his girlfriend Jude and his boss Peter, kidnap this black British soldier named Jody, and it's played by Forrest Whitaker, who does not a very good British accent. They should have just got a black guy who was actually born and raised in Britain or England or whatever. But they went with an American like Forrest Whitaker. Forrest Whitaker's a great actor, but they should have picked someone else for this role. And all right, Jody and Fergus they bond while he's holding him hostage at gunpoint, and Jody shows him a picture of his girlfriend, and he says, "Hey, if I don't make it out of this, you go to England and you look up my girl and tell her I love her and I'm sorry and all that." He's like, "Yeah, okay, sure." So he lets Fergus escape, but Fergus gets run over by this army convoy that ironically was arriving in time to save him, and he just gets run over twice by one car and then the next car after, and you're like, was a big 18-wheel truck, and you're like, full of army soldiers, and you guys aren't even concerned that you just hit someone. And then there's this like airstrike with helicopters or something on the hideout that blows it up, and Fergus assumes all his buddies are dead, so he goes to England to track down Dale. And if you're gonna do an airstrike on the hideout, why did you need those convoy of soldiers and those trucks? And I really wanted there to be a big shootout, but there was none of that. And and when Fergus meets Dale, she's working at this hair salon. He gets her to give him a haircut. He uses the alias Jimmy, and then he meets Dale at this bar called the Metro that Jody told him about, and they hang out, and he protects her from this guy who's sexually harassing her. Then they hang out some more, have dinner, go out on dates. They fall in love, but when they go back to Dill's place to do it, she goes for Dill's pants, and there's a close-up shot with a revealing the plot twist that Dill is actually a guy because we get a close-up shot of her, I mean his dick. I mean, oh, just and Fergus is so disgusted he runs to the bathroom to vomit and pushes Dill out of the way. And that would have been my response too. Actually, when I first saw this movie, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to vom. I felt like vomiting. Oh, but I didn't. But made me sick. And the only junk I want to look at is mine when I have to hold it to pee. Oh, oh, oh. Um, and then I mean, it's a lot. Fergus, he avoids Dill, but then he gives her a note apologizing. They make up, become friends again. So I guess he doesn't care if she's not a she. Scene it, stuff like that needed more like emotional scenes. The him like maybe pondering his sexuality. Like, am I straight or do I like both or do I like girls who pretend to be guys? Just guys who pretend to be girls. It's just so stupid. He just like doesn't care that quick. Like I guess he likes her for who she is and or who he is inside. Not the director Neil Jordan said that Dill is he believes Dill is a transvestite gay dude. So I guess she's not transgender or hermaphrodite. I thought she was a hermaphrodite first time I watched this. And the then his buddies Peter and Jude from the terrorist group he finds out they survived the attack. They track them down in England. They talk to him and say, hey, we want you to help us with this assassination mission. He's like, no. And they say, do it or we'll do something to your girl. He's like, you leave her out of this. And then cuts Dill's hair shorter like a guy so the bad guys won't recognize this. We got to flee and get out of here. But when he tells her what he did to Jody, I mean, he was involved in Jody's kidnapping. She gets mad and ties him to the bed, and whatever, he threatens to kill her, but then Jude comes in, Peter, and he gets killed in a gunfight in the street with the police while Jude goes to the apartment to kill them. But the deal, she has a gun already. She blows away Jude, and that was a pretty brutal kill right there. That was very satisfying and very vengeance rage filled. And then Fergus tells Dill to leave and he'll take the blame for the shooting, and he gets 6 years in jail. But when the police thought that was murder, but I guess he would have told him that I was just defending my home from an intruder. It was self defense. So, and of course, the Jane was probably a wanted terrorist anyway, so I obviously believed her. And he gets 6 years. Dill visits him in prison, and he tells us the story, the scorpion and the toad that Jody told him earlier. You gotta watch this movie to understand that part. I'm not gonna spoil. I just spoiled the whole damn thing. I'm sorry. The romance part of the movie was not as good as the hostage part of the movie. If the whole thing was just a hostage situation story with a lot of suspense, that would have made it more thrilling, more exciting. The romance part wasn't so exciting. I don't know why it's called a thriller. There's hardly any suspense in this movie. It's just. mm, ugh. All right. I don't get why this movie is so popular. It's okay. It's just, and Dill is also played by a guy, which I noticed. I didn't notice first time I watched it. I noticed other times I've rewatched it, and how the bone structure, the facial expressions, the voice has a deep of a voice. Yeah, the actor who played him, he was just in this movie, and he was in Stargate. I liked his role in Stargate, and he had a very androgynous appearance, both in real life and in on screen, and that's why they thought he would have been perfect for the role. But I think he would have cast a woman; it would have been more believable because you can tell that that's a guy. But whatever. Uh, This movie did not deserve any of the awards it got. It's just low C grade movie to me. I give it a thumbs up for the good stuff I like, the thumb down for the things that sucked. All right, if you like this, please hit the like button, subscribe for more. Thank you and God bless. Bye.